Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne. Welcome back. In today's video, I am going to show you a fun book haul. Now, I mentioned in a previous book haul full of middle grade books that I had discovered a container I forgot about in my office/library that was full of brand new books. Now, I'm going to show you some more that was in that container, and these are children's books, and they're, some would say educational or just fun picture books. And let's get started. I also just want to note my daughter's upstairs having a great time. So if you hear any thumping or laughing and squealing, that's her, and she's having a great time. So I'm just going to let her go. The majority of these books, all except for two, in fact, came from Book Outlet. And I will leave a link below for Book Outlet if you're not familiar, because their prices are absolutely amazing. And if you use the link that I provide below, you get $10 off your first order. And I get $10 for referring somebody, so we all win. But seriously, they have amazing books for a wonderful deal, like all the ones I'm about to show you. This one is Who Can? You Can Maker Comic. So this is Draw a Comic. And we started this book already, and it's quite cute. And this lady in this story is starting a comic library, and she walks children through how to make comics. Yeah, it's a cute little read. Next, I thought these were absolutely adorable. There's two of them. The first one is the Aztec Empire. And this is by Isabel and Imogen Greenberg. It includes a fold-out map, a timeline. Yes, that's at the back. I just thought this was a really great addition if you're learning about certain times in history. So this is the Aztec and Mexico. And it's a great way to teach a little bit more if you're reading some sort of fictional book about Mexico. You could add this in easily enough. Yeah, here's the timeline, map. Oops, timeline. So we had two of those. This one is the Aztec Empire. And I also had one here, it's the Ancient Greeks. So we've done a lot of reading about the Ancient Greeks so far in terms of mythology. But this can come from more of an educational standpoint, not necessarily mythology. And that also has the thing at the back. Now the next book my daughter and I started looking at the other day, I absolutely love this one. This is called In Focus Forest, and this is created by Libby Walden. And this is Wilderness Wonders, Wildlife, 10 illustrations. And this is all about forests and the different aspects of forest. So this is about the Black Forest, which is in Germany. Yeah. So the illustrations are gorgeous. I love this kind of color. It's very soothing. All right, I'll just give you a quick glimpse. This is the Anatomy of Trees. Rainforests. These all open, by the way. National parks. Kelp forests, which I thought was kind of cool. Forest mythology. We read this one the other day. Yeah. Of course, there's fairies and Celtic people. Unicorns. Amazon rainforest. Peoples of the forest. Mangrove forest. Yeah. Produce and preservation. Absolutely love this one. Definitely in my new library, I'm going to have a nature section, and this will be one of the books I include that are soothing, beautiful, and educational. You get to learn things. Isn't that a bonus for all of us? This one is Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species, and then this is Charles Darwin's story and introduces children to the origin of species and Darwin's theory, who he is and his theory. Around the World, Who's Been There? And this is about a teacher that goes off adventuring and sends letters back to the kids about a certain place that she's been and the animals from that location. So I looked at this the other day, and I will say this is not a book I'd want to read front to cover. I think it would get a bit dry. When I set up our new library, I want to create a section that's for world studies. So that will include geography, history, and atlases, that sort of thing. So that when we read something about one country or place in the world, we can look up, out of all these different resource books, more information. For example, I'm holding this up because this is Peru. So I thought this would be fun. It's nice to have a few different resource books and spices it up a little bit. And my daughter tends not to get so bored that way, and it becomes interesting and fun. Kind of like a new adventuring, kind of like discovering new places. And I'll read you quickly. So in the inside cover, it shows exactly where the teacher went. She started in New York, then she went to Peru, and you see hits China, Japan, and then ends up over here at Alaska till she comes home. So it does say that the map was drawn by students in Lindsay's class, that's kind of fun. Then we have All Aboard the Voyage of Discovery. Take a trip back in time and discover how man captured words, sounds, and images. So what's really fun about this, it's flaps. So you can open flaps to solve mysteries and find out more information. And what kid doesn't like that? My daughter's 7, almost 8, and she still loves them. The Voyage of Discovery. And this is all over the place. So I found this fun because it has an interactive element and it gives you a little piece of information about many different things. This is when they're about to cast off. Yep. Cracking the Ancient Code. This is Egypt and 1799. Then we go to a world-changing invention, and this is Strasbourg, 1605. So it's different places in the world and different times. It's an amazing boat, isn't it? This is Paris, France in 1799. So making a connection, sending it by wire. Yeah, waves across the ocean. Pony Express. This is about airmail. New York City, May 1918. Yeah, so it's so many different things. It's just a lot of fun. I'm really grateful to have this because it is a lot of fun. It's different. And because it was on Book Outlet, it was affordable for me, or a price that I was willing, more than happy, to pay for this particular book. I'm just saying that because I remember looking up at the time the full price, and I probably wouldn't have paid full price only because of my budget, number one, and number two, I'm not sure how many times that we'll read this, in terms of a lifetime of a book. So I just think there's other resources that I would invest in probably first, but Book Outlet, like I said, just makes everything so much fun. Okay. And because I got another one in keeping with the fun, this one is All Aboard Discovery Express. And this is take a trip back in time and discover the story of transportation. And again, this is the same thing. Flaps going all around the world, learning about different things and different times in history. I mean, who doesn't love these kind of books? I absolutely love them. It's like so much fun, all wrapped up in a book. Another book that's going to go in that section that I mentioned about the world and world studies. And this is a food atlas. I think this is so cool. Discover all the delicious foods of the world. So you can look up anywhere and it will tell you like the foods. For example, Netherlands, which is what I opened on. This is Finland. This is the Netherlands, and it's Dutch cuisine is remarkable for its simplicity. And then it talks about a lot of the common foods eaten. And this is all over the world. Now, the question is, how many countries? So this says the map shows every continent with drawings of the stories, curiosities, and techniques behind each nation's most iconic dishes and the special ingredients that make them. Again, I think this is really cool if we're reading something about Canada or China, for example. Oh, this is the United Kingdom. Then this is another resource book that I would pull out and we could have a look at. And it's a different way to think of different parts of the world and another aspect of that culture, hopefully. And yeah, I think that's a lot of fun. I'm really excited to create that section of our personal library. So yeah, look for that. I have a whole series coming up about this personal library that I'm going to design in what used to be my office. It's not a great space. That just means I have to be, I'm sorry, it's not that it's a great space. It's not a big space. So this will be a fun video series and a fun challenge for me because I have a whole lot of books and a whole lot of ideas, and I'll have to decide, you know, how to create this space and have it full of all the amazing things that I want for the budget that I have and the space. The space is more of a challenge probably than even the budget. Anyway, look for that soon. Next we have, so see what I mean? These all came from Book Outlet. By the way, I am not in any way affiliated with Book Outlet. But if you're a book lover like me, and if you're watching this video, then you probably are, you want as many delightful books as you can get your hands on. And you probably, like me, don't have an unlimited budget. So Book Outlet is fantastic for that. But like I said, there's no affiliation whatsoever. But I want to share the good news from one book lover to another. Check out Book Outlet. Okay. Oh, and be prepared, because I limit myself to going on Book Outlet because, woo, I digress. So this one is When the Stars Come Out, Exploring the Magic and Mysteries of the Nighttime. And this is by Nicola Edwards, and it's illustrated by Lucy Cartwright. And I thought this was a lovely book. And this looks at different aspects of night, from stargazing, of course, to animals. That's a sky at night. Are you afraid of the dark? Those are the illustrations. I think they're gorgeous. And again, I find that soothing. This one's the rainforest, the mountains. So it's looking all over the world at nighttime, different animals. This is in the ocean. They also do sound like, oh, and this is nocturnal animals and the sounds they make. Look at that. Yep. Dreams and nighttime visitors. Another fun one. And a magical read. This is Harry Potter, the Character Vault. And I do have a collection going for Harry Potter books. I am late to the Harry Potter fandom. Nevertheless, I've got quite the little collection started from just 1 year. And as soon as I saw this on Book Outlet, I put an order in right away. There was only a couple of them left. And it was less than half price, I believe, for this book. And I have a couple, there's a series for this. Is from a series. And this is by Jody Revenson, put this together. So she's created a few series, I've noticed. And if you like the making of stories, you'll like these kind of books, which I do like those stories. A lot more information behind the scenes, and this is about individual characters. So they really go into detail. If you have a favorite character, this is a great place to find more information about them. If you do like to look at Harry Potter books and you love those sort of things, I'll link a video I made for Christmas of all the Harry Potter books and toys that was under our Christmas tree. And I know it's a Christmas video, but it doesn't change the delight of the Harry Potter books or their toys. The final two books that I'm going to show you were not bought from Book Outlet. Now this one was bought from Chapters, Indigo, which is in Canada. I don't think they have an affiliate in the United States. And if so, you can let me know below. This is Easy Peasy Gardening for Kids, and I got this for my daughter for Easter, and I love it. And it's a perfect time of year for it. Inside a flower, grow an herb garden, and they really give you practical things that you can make with your kid. So I think this is amazing. Look, this is an Airbnb. That's so funny. Okay, and it's really cute. So you can create a whole village with things around your house for ants and insects to create their own little village. We're going to do that. And if you want to see some of the things we create from this book, let me know down below and I'll make a video about that. Yeah. Make seed balls. Okay, I'm going to show you the ones I know we're going to make. So this says make a wind whirler, and this is from a pop bottle. Very creative. Now I want to do these this summer. I have 2 pots already picked out, and these are called pollinator pots. This describes the plants that you can create to attract pollinators. So pollinators, bees, wasps, ladybugs, small birds, and butterflies. Yes, please bring them to my deck. We're going to try this. I'll let you know if you're interested in how it goes. These are Feed the Birds. This again is made out of a pop bottle. And this is a birdseed feeder that you put in 2 wooden spoons, and little birds can sit on it. So we have a whole bunch of chickadees and juncos and sparrows in our backyard. This would be perfect for them. I'd be curious to see how it turns out. Teaches you how to do a terrarium. I've been wanting to do that with Vivian for a couple of years now. Maybe this will give me a little push. Press flowers and leaves. And this keeps it really simple in terms of putting it inside a book and putting a brick on top, which I appreciate because we have a flower press and it just seems so complicated. To be honest, it's still in the box. Oh yeah, build a bean fort. What a cute idea. Yeah, I really love this book. I'm very happy with this purchase for this time of year. The last book I'm going to show you, I ordered off Amazon, and I did order this used because it was quite a bit cheaper, and I thought, well, why not? I wasn't sure if we were going to like them. And this is the Stratford Zoo Midnight Review presents Macbeth. Because we were doing Shakespeare Week and reading so many things about Shakespeare and his works, I thought this might be a fun addition to studying Shakespeare from a different standpoint. And this is obviously a cartoon, and Macbeth is a lion. Now, and there's hyenas. I did, like I said, buy this used. It was fairly cheap, which I'm happy that it was cheap because look, this to me goes beyond, like, you know, the spine is broken. I will glue that, but my experience of doing that in the past has been it doesn't hold it very long. But if you know of some great solution, please let me know below. It was originally in a library. Okay, show you the inside. I haven't read this, so I'm not sure how good the story is. I mean, the illustrations are gorgeous. The next video I do of all the additional Shakespeare material that I have collected since my last Shakespeare video, I will let you know how these are, because I will definitely have read it by then. There's another one. There's a few more like this. I know Romeo and Juliet, and I think I might have seen Hamlet, but I have Romeo and Juliet I want to order next if we like these, so I'll let you know. All right, that's everything I'm going to show you in today's haul. I would love to know if you discovered something that you love or picked up something in one of your book purchases lately. Please leave it in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you soon with another bookish video.